deride and to divide and to make us afraid from each other, because they're afraid of what will happen if rooms all across the state started to look like the room that we're in right now, full of this diversity, rich in its tradition and its heritage. It's our job to stand up to it. I've been very clear over my time in service. Illegals is not a noun. It's not a person, place, or a thing, right? And the reason that they use the terminology of illegals is to strip people of their humanity. Because if you can take away a person's humanity, you can treat them any kind of way. You can do anything to them. And guess what? Over the arc of history, I believe we've seen this play before. We've seen this happen before, right? It may not have been your community. That time, may have been mine. And then wasn't mine, it was somebody else's. And what somebody else's is somebody else's. And now, the target has become our immigrant and undocumented community. And I think that brave people, true patriots, have to stand up and remind us of who we are as a country, what it is that we believe in, remind us of our collective values. And the fact that unless you are a Native American, you likely immigrated from someplace, right? What I also find interesting about it is that all of this rhetoric is being pushed out by a speaker who happens to have been born in Canada. No offense, right? No offense. It is what it is. I like Canadians. I especially like them now. They're practically a refuge for many folks. But to deride individuals when even you yourself have a background that is more diverse, and we appreciate and celebrate that diversity. But how dare him try to malign and deride, and more than anything, criminalize individuals, dreamers included, the 50,000 of them who call Florida home, who were brought here probably before they could recognize where they were, and are now trying to pursue the American dream, similar to how I would or how I would want my 3 children to. And to criminalize them and to demonize them and to cause them to have such anxiety and fear about their station in life, it's criminal, and the speaker ought to be ashamed of himself, which is why we've asked him to take that down. We've asked him to take that down. So I realize that my time here is brief, and quite frankly, I want to tell Terry, the last time we were all together, we were in a bar. What happened? How we end up in the jailhouse or the sheriff's complex? Let's not talk about this thing. I know the chairman is hard on you, but Lord.
We're working now.
We're working, okay. Well, listen, I have always enjoyed the opportunity to come down and to fellowship with you and to talk about how it is that we win back this state. I really do believe that this year is our year, y'all. I do believe that we're going to take this state back. This year. We have lost the race for governor, and I said this before, we lost the last 2 races for governor in the state of Florida by fewer than 1 point.
Yep. Yes.
By fewer than 70,000 votes in a state of 20 million people.
Yep.
There are over 300,000 more Democrats registered in the state of Florida than there are Republicans.
Right.
There are more independents who lean Democratic than there are independents who lean Republican. So why can't we win this state? The chairwoman says we're going to, and I wholeheartedly agree, right? But this is how we will have to win. Because I think, and I said this before, and pardon anybody whose foot I step on. My preacher says it like this: if they step on you, say ouch, right? So you say ouch. But I don't believe that we're going to win the state of Florida again by running Republican light. I believe that we're going to win. I don't. I think we've tried that. I think we've tried that before. I believe that we have tried that before. I believe we've been there. We read that script and we know how that play ends. I believe that the way we win this state is by giving voters a reason to turn up, to show up, to show out, to give us the opportunity to lose again. I believe that it should be okay. In fact, I would strongly encourage it that we stand up and say we are a party that believes in science. Right? I think it should be okay. I think that we should be a party that stands up and says that we believe in public education and will fight to the death of the I believe that we are a party who should say that when you make a mistake in this society and you pay your debt to society, that you should not be perpetually punished for having made a bad mistake. I think we have to be a land of forgiveness, right? But I also believe that we have to be a state that creates the kind of economy where you don't have to work 2